we're back smashing random things from around the scrapyard. But instead of showing you everything before we smash it, we're just gonna start doing it. Well, sorry I had to do that to you guys again. It wouldn't start, so I figured we would engine swap it. This thing has a lot more horsepower now with that 20-cylinder engine, somewhere around 2,000 horsepower, all to the rear wheels, which is why we can't keep the tires in this thing. You can actually hear the air leaking out of that one as we speak. But that is a bummer, because now it's just scrap. As always, the plate absolutely annihilated this thing. The front tire is completely blown out and the rest of it is smashed. It crumbled the engine to absolute pieces and broke the rear end, but it's not that flat, so I think we ought to drop it on it again. Well, I'd say that's good enough. I don't think there's any parts that are salvageable anymore, and from here it's going to head down to the shredder where it'll get shredded up and sorted. The plastic will end up in the trash, the aluminum off the engine will end up in the aluminum pile, and the steel will all head back to the steel mill and completely be recycled. That looked like a perfect direct hit right in the center of the four-wheeler, and because it hit so well right in the center, it really didn't flatten the wheels or tires all that much, but you can see where it bent the rims and it bent the rear axle all the way down to the ground, and then obviously the frame is completely screwed. So I think if we drop this a couple more times, this thing would be an absolute pancake, but I don't even think it's worth doing because that's pretty flat. Well, before I move my phone, you guys can see how close the car came to the cameras, which is why this one got knocked over, but they didn't get smashed, so that probably actually looked pretty cool. But I am very, very surprised that the engine did not get knocked over. It basically just bounced off the top of the engine. I did not think that that was going to happen, but I guess we're going to flip the van over and drop the engine on it and see which one's cooler. Well, you guys let me know what you think was cooler, dropping the van on the engine or dropping the engine on the van. Obviously, dropping the engine on the van is a lot more carnage, but that thing fits on there pretty much perfectly. We could probably drop it a couple more times and smash it a little bit flatter, but that's good enough for today. Well, guys, that's it for this one today. I know some of you guys are going to be upset thinking that we should have saved some of that stuff and tried to sell it or give it away or anything else. But that car is a prime example of why we can't save everything. That car probably came in here 6 or 8 months ago. I tried to keep it. We probably moved that thing a dozen times, and unfortunately, it was just its time to go. But as always, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.